Hello Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I'm so happy that you're here. My name is Katie. Welcome to the channel, and this is your 4-month reading. So I'm going to start out by finding a card that is the theme for each of the months. September, October, November, and December. See, get this the right one. Okay, what does Pisces need to know for October? Okay, we've got October, November. How about December? Right there. Okay. Oh, no. November, December, you have 2 birds. Technically 3 birds. Okay, let's start off with September. I don't have to fear my fear. I can use it as a way to get closer to love. Okay, so I feel like there's something that has occurred or an idea that you've had, something that has sprouted like this tree, and it's something that you feel is necessary for your growth, but it's stirred up a lot of fear in you. So it could be something that happened, you know, a circumstance, something that happened between you and someone else. Again, an idea, a project, something, but it kind of, there's this fear base behind it. Okay, let's pull tarot to see what tarot wants to support this for Pisces. For some of you, I feel like this has been, it's a very dreamlike thing that's happened. Like it's something that you've wanted for a very long time, desired for a very long time, or somehow there's a piece of that connected to it somehow. Okay. Okay, so you have Knight of Pentacles, which is great. So the Knight's ushering in, obviously, abundance. He brings in money, income, the resources that you need. So I think there's a person involved here that's very patient, reliable, hardworking. You trust this person. You almost look up to them for their kind of way of living, like their lifestyles, the choices that they make, their behaviors. I do think that this card is presenting itself because whatever this thing is that happened, this circumstance or this new idea or project, you need to evaluate your routine. I think that's going to come into play with this whole fear element too. So you need to look at your routine, like what you do from the moment you wake up until you go to bed at night. What things are you doing that maybe are not serving you at the highest good? What things are you wanting to implement to make your road a little smoother? Okay. For some of you, I'm hearing you need to drink a lot more water. Take that for what it is. Water, water, water. Okay. Thank you. Let's get one more. Yes, beautiful. Okay. I do feel like the Knight of Pentacles is kind of ushering you forward or encouraging you to move forward. It could be a person that's quite literally doing that. It could also just be the energy that's coming in with the Knight of Pentacles too. All right, so with the Rose cards, the first one we have is the Wild Rose. Do it your way, embrace your uniqueness, untamed. So I do feel like for a lot of you, this new tree, this tree that's growing is a new business, a new opportunity, a new project, something that takes a lot of your time and energy. And this card came out to tell you to make decisions based on your intuition, your gut, and don't feel like you have to follow the mold. I do feel like this Knight of Pentacles is going to come in and kind of be more traditional in their thinking and even in the advice that they give you, which I think is good because it helps you question the path you want to take and the way that you want to execute. And this card is reminding you to do it your own way. Bring your uniqueness to the situation. You hear all the time that people want to like start up a new business, but they're worried about how saturated the market already is. And I'm constantly hearing this too, like, that's fine. Almost any industry you go into that you're going to start a business in is oversaturated. That's just the world that we live in. But the thing that those other businesses don't have is you. The way you present the product or service, the way that you hype your customers or clients up. It's all you. And that's what this card is saying. It's all you and the uniqueness that you bring to the table. Okay, so I feel like that is going to help you kind of diminish the fears that you have, is remembering your true essence, your true power, what you have to offer, your uniqueness, all of that good self-love type stuff. Okay, cool. So we also have the grandmothers. Remember your roots, perspective, trust the weavings. So again, I feel like this is kind of you understanding yourself to the core. Remembering your roots, where you came from. I feel like for a lot of you, you have a lineage of really strong females behind you, and a lot of them are working to help you on the spirit side, right? They're coming in as your guardian angels, helping with your intuition, giving you the messages that you need, and really helping you feel supported as you move forward with whatever this thing is, okay? I love that so much. So much good, feminine, nurturing, supportive energy around you right now in the month of September. Okay, let's pull some shaman cards for the month of September and Pisces. What do they need to know? Yes. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Okay, I feel like this is just like giving you your path to be able to move out of that fear and get closer to love, okay, which is your theme for September. Okay, so the first one that came up was Eye of the Needle. This is all your intention. I think whatever this tree is for you, okay, whether it's a relationship, a business, a new job, starting a family, whatever this is, you have got to come to the table with so much intention. You're already doing the work here, right? Like where you're realizing your uniqueness, what you have to offer this situation and the people involved in the situation, right? As you're thinking about that, also be thinking about the intention that you want to set forward. So how are you wanting to do this? How are you wanting to present your service, your business, or everything that you have to offer in this relationship? You need to be very intentional about it. And I do think the intention is going to be clearer to you when you really step into this and really focus on your uniqueness. For some of you, I feel like you need to just journal a little bit, like take some time to just kind of free write who you truly are, what things you have to offer, the things you really like about yourself, and what things are going to help support you in growing this tree, okay? But I do think that that will give you clarity to the intention. I also think a thing that's going to help you is meditation. You also have deep quiet. So I think that as you're moving forward with growing this tree, one of the best things you can do is be listening for guidance. And the way that we hear guidance the most is when we can quiet the mind and quiet the external influences around us, which is why meditation is always kind of the go-to, right? I don't know how many of you meditate already. I always suggest finding guided meditations on YouTube because there's just so many. Maybe some manifesting meditations or moving forward, getting positive energy. I also think for some of you, finding some meditations that help you connect to your spirit guides or to source, just so that you can hear the messages a little more clearly. It's opening up that third eye and making it so that you are able to hear the messages with more clarity, okay? There's also, so I feel like this next one kind of goes into a little bit of October. So it's the Wailing Tree, Reconciliations. I do feel like maybe it's a little bit with the King of Pentacles because of that kind of conventional, traditional mindset. I don't know if you guys are going to have like a little tiff or something, but I do feel like that could be in the play for some of you. But I also feel like it's kind of, for the majority of you, reconciliation with the way that you perceive yourself. And I feel like there's going to become this moment towards the end of September where I see it kind of as this mountain where there's this kind of like upheaval with you staying steadfast and true to who you are and really honing in on it's not your integrity, but it's just the way that you view yourself, right? And then it's like you have this aha moment that's this reconciliation, the wailing tree. And then it's like, okay, cool. Now we can kind of go back to the ebb and flow of things. Okay, I want to move into October because I do feel like that we'll get more with this reconciliation. Okay, so your theme for October. I choose to be a super attractor and have unwavering faith in the universe. Okay, yeah. So I feel like as you're kind of having this reconciliation with accepting, I don't want to say who you truly are or the truth about yourself, but it's just that you're becoming aware of it. It's not like it hasn't always been there and there's this big shift. You're just finally aware of it. And so there's this reconciliation that happens within you. And after that, again, like kind of connecting to this, like being able to hear the messages and whatnot, you're able to put more faith into the universal spirit and be able to attract more of what you're wanting. Okay, let's see what tarot has to support that. What tarot is going to support Pisces in October? Okay, we have the Five of Wands in reverse. Okay, so typically this is like a conflict card, people fighting. Again, I did feel that there was some sort of something happening with, I think I said a tiff with the Knight of Pentacles. And again, compromise. Wasn't there something? Okay. So I do feel like you kind of have gone through that thing with whoever the Knight of Pentacles is, but then there is that compromise in the end, and the end of like the tiff. Okay, let's, okay, right as I put it down next to this, your theme, because your theme is like having that unwavering faith, I got this sense too, that it was kind of this end of conflict with you being able to communicate with spirit, like you feeling really connected. And it's just that end of like, okay, yeah, the end of this reconciliation period. I feel like this needs to happen. We said this already, for you to be able to connect to spirit on a deeper level, right? And you definitely want that because you have such a feminine energy around you supporting you. Hopefully we get more information. Well, not hopefully, we will. But there's something that happens in the month of October that gets you to a headspace where, and it's this reconciliation. It's almost like you have an agreement with you and source that you're finally communicating in a very clear way. It feels like the communication's very reciprocal. So you're taking the time to declare what you want, but then taking the time to be quiet and meditate so that you can receive the answers to your questions. Yes. Okay. Let's see what rose cards want to come and support Pisces in the month of October. Okay, girl. My pup just came. Okay, one more. Yes. Yes. Okay, that means I'm not surprised by that one. Okay, so the first one, okay, so you have wastelands. So this one is all about tending to your garden. So I feel like when this reconciliation happens, it puts you in this headspace where you're realizing the importance of connecting to source. It could be God for some of you, higher self, spirit guides, angels. But you have this reconciliation where you realize the importance of it. And so you start doing the things in your life that help you to grow that and increase that communication. So for example, you start to do things that are just more healthy for you, right? So you start to eat healthy, you start to exercise, you ground a lot more, whether that's with a grounding meditation or maybe you go out in nature a lot more than you have. But you're realizing the importance of managing your energy and how important that is to you. And so you start, there's a shift, and that happens in the month of October. And I think that's why, again, you're getting this compromise, the Five of Wands, with this end of conflict. Like, you're realizing the importance of it. And so because you have that realization, you start to increase your habits. You start to change your lifestyle in a way that supports this spirituality growth, right? Spiritual growth. Okay, you also have the Rose of Venus, alignment, flow, right relationship, and harmony. I feel like this is so you and source. It's you and your spirit guides. It's you and, the higher energetic source that we live with, right? But there's definitely a harmony. It makes you feel not whole, but kind of. It makes you feel secure because you're able to start trusting the information that you're getting, the messages that you're getting, and it allows you to move forward with a sureness that you've never really felt before. That's so beautiful. I love that. Okay, let's see what shaman cards are going to support you in the month of October. Flying out now. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay. Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful combination. Okay. So as you're going through this process, right? And I know that this sounds counterintuitive to what I just said, but there's going to become a moment, a time in October where you're feeling depleted. And this is because when you start to get in alignment, it takes from you, right? It takes time, it takes energy, it takes your commitment. And so because of that, you are going to have this moment where you feel tired and you feel depleted. And when this moment comes, you're being urged to go back into this. Well, not quite this. It's more of like a restful state. Meditation, while it's relaxing and calming, it's also work because you're listening for the messages, right? When this card comes up, you need a timeout. You need a little break. I don't know if you guys can take like a day off to just veg out, Netflix. Like, you really need like a timeout. I'm getting that kind of vibe. It's not necessarily where you're needing to like rejuvenate. I mean, you are, but it's not as active. Like, it's very much so slow down and take care of yourself. But it feels very short-lived. Like, if you did it for a day, you'd be good. Okay. Something exciting that is happening, and I feel like this reconciliation is in supportive of this. During the month of October, you're going to have this vanishing mirrors, which is you letting go of the ego. So we always have the ego there, right? But there comes a time when you're able to listen to the ego when it needs to protect you and save you, and that's its purpose, right? But then there comes a time when you can kind of shut it off and be like, no, I'm not going to listen to you. I'm going to move in this direction. And I feel like you're going to have, it's a very, kind of like this slap in the face type energy where you're just like, whoa, okay, I'm going to set my ego over here and I'm going to move in this direction. And you see yourself in a new way. And it's a very, like, you see your capabilities and strength. And so it comes across in a very proud type energy. Ooh, it's beautiful for you guys. And I feel like you've done work leading up to this, right? Like, you have really gone inward and discovered your uniqueness and the things that you can offer to other people, whether that in relationship or in a business. You've found the intentionality behind everything. You're doing the work to ask the universe for what you want and then sit back and listen for the answer. And all of that kind of culminates into this happening in October, which provides such a good shift for you. It's an outlook shift. But it's an outlook on the way you view yourself. That is very contradicting. Outlook, it's the way you look outward at yourself inward. I'm sure that's making sense to you. But it's such a beautiful thing because it's just changing the way you speak to yourself, that inner dialogue, right? It's your confidence level. It's the way that you view, what you're capable of doing. And you feel very sure of yourself with this card coming up, okay? Now, because you've gone through this kind of shift where you're able to see yourself in a new light, something big's coming. So you have the farther gate. So this one is asking you to take a bold step forward. There's another set of gates here. And so with all this work you've done, you've gone through this first set of gates, right? You've gone through there, and now you're being asked to take it a bit further, go on this little bit of journey so that you can get to the second set of gates and be able to unlock those gates and move forward, right? Life's always a journey. There is going to be a choice, something that you're faced with, a decision that, it's this card right here, and it's happening in the month of October. I don't feel like it's this big life shift where you're going to be moving across the country. But it's something little, like maybe you put your name in for a new position, right? And getting a promotion. Maybe it's taking the next step with a person and committing. It's something like that, which I know that can be a big step. But just what I meant by that is it feels like something that is in your wheelhouse and that you're very capable of doing. That's what I meant. Okay. And then lastly, this is so beautiful, especially with just the card and the theme. I choose to be a super attractor and have unwavering faith in the universe. You also have in the hand, which is the universe is your partner. So this is 100% supporting that theme. I feel like you are going to feel multiple times throughout the month of October that you're being held by an energy that's unseen, right? Your angels, again, you've got all this female energy, right? That are supporting you, that are holding you in their hands. And it feels kind of emotional. It feels very loved, which is amazing. But you're going to feel that again in October. Lots of love, lots of support. This is really a beautiful time for you, Pisces. Okay, let's move on to December. We're starting with the bird cards. When I am in a state of appreciation, I'm in vibrational alignment with my true love nature. Okay, so I feel like this could be part of that bold step forward, is that you're increasing your spiritual level, you're leveling up, you're ascending, all of that stuff. You're having spiritual habits that support you in your life and your lifestyle, and that's all going to be leveling up. I feel like towards the end of October and trickling into November. How beautiful is this? I also feel like there's someone coming in and doing something special for you in November. And I feel like it's a little unexpected. I don't know if it's coming from the person and the person's unexpected, or if the act of kindness is unexpected, but it feels really good. And you feel very grateful for it. Oh, because there was that appreciation, right? In my state of appreciation. Ooh, of course that's your theme. That feels really good though. Oh, darn it. Hold on. I dropped some of my cards. Sorry about this, sweet Pisces. Can't go with half the deck missing. That just would not be fair. Okay. Let me just hurry and kind of shuffle these up again a couple more times. I already did this before, but feeling like I need to do it again now. Okay. For Pisces in the month of November, what tarot is supporting this idea of appreciation? You got the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords, which is all about pain, betrayal, heartbreak, unhappiness. Okay. I'm just going to go into the rose cards. I felt like I was getting some very specific stuff that I don't want to go into. Okay, so let's find some rose cards for the month of November. There's definitely something that happens that it is. It's just heartbreaking, and your way through it is trying to look on the bright side, trying to be grateful and have appreciation for what's happened. I'm going to be honest. Three of Swords does not feel very good to me. Okay, we have got I'm very confused for the month of November. We might need to pull out a lot more clarifying cards. Okay, when I'm in a state of appreciation, I'm in a vibrational alignment with my true love nature. But then we've got this circumstance that just breaks your heart. First card that came out is Temple of the Rose, Ancient Power, Expression, Activation, Scarlet Codes. I feel like, so this again is state of appreciation. I said this before. The more that you express your gratitude and appreciation for whatever this heartbreak is, whatever the lesson learned from this experience is, that is what's going to get you out on the other side quicker. I hear this a lot too, like people with anxiety, children with anxiety who end up having, flight or flight and behavioral problems in school. You hear all the time that it's not about the behavior, it's about their turnaround rate. How quickly can they use the tools that they have to make themselves feel better? And I feel like that whole scenario is what you need in November. What tools, right here, what tools can you rely on? What support can you lean into to help you through this Three of Swords energy, okay? And again, linked to this, ancient powers, you have a bunch of feminine power behind you, loving you and supporting you, okay? So you also have rapture, which the thing that I got from this was just the love. I don't know why it presented itself in a rapture type form. And again, I'm back to this like bird. I feel like whoever this bird is that comes in, there is a significant amount of love that is almost, it's like these rays. Like it comes out of this experience that you have with this bird. And I do feel like it's also come from this Three of Swords. I'm just going to say it. I feel like you guys lose somebody, like someone that you know dies. And at the funeral, this bird comes in and you guys, it's not that you rekindle, because I don't know that it's necessarily romantic, but your love is like reestablished in a sense. I don't know if it's like an old coworker, but someone comes in and there is like this new found love that is born. Again, I know that's not for all of you. And it's interesting because in that scenario, I feel like it's someone, like there's definitely the loss, but it's not someone that's like super close to you that you live with or like see all of the time. I mean, it could be, but I don't feel like it is for a lot of you. Okay, let's get the shaman cards out. I feel like I want more clarification on this appreciation state and also the Three of Swords too for Pisces in November. Let's get one more. Or two. We'll take two. Yes. Okay. So this heartbreak, I mean, I'm not surprised at this. This goes for both the heartbreak and when the bird comes in. There's just an overflow of love, appreciation, sorrow, pain. There's just plenty of it coming in. It feels like November is just going to be very emotional. Now, the thing that's interesting about all of this is there's some karmic energy coming into play. I mean, we have ancestral energy, but we have the Watcher's card, which is interpersonal. I feel like this is, again, it's karmic energy. I also think that there's kind of this soul flame happening a bit with this bird. Yeah, this card, that's just what this card is bringing in, is just this karmic, sacred contract type energy, okay? I also feel like there could possibly be an affair for some of you. I don't know if you're having the affair. I'm not getting into that, but there's also this repair So I feel like it's almost like you're needing to repair the structure of you. Like I very much so saw this tree as like your bones. Like you need to repair the structure of your being. And that's why I think it's so important that you've been really honing in on your spiritual habits and the things that make you strong, because you're going to be needing to rely on them again. For some of you, there's forgiveness that needs to come with the betrayal, and overcoming that and getting out on the other side, right? And kind of repairing the relationship there. Also for some of you, as I just was seeing that, it was in the Three of Swords, like just repairing your heart. November is going to be, there's something that needs to be grieved, just that heartache. And there's definitely like a disruption that's happening. For some of you, it's not as, I felt like I had some pretty extreme examples before. For some of you, it's not so extreme. Again, I feel like it's, yes, oh my gosh, it's something that you can handle. Whew. It's interesting getting the Fortune's Wheel at the end of this, because again, I think that goes along with this karmic energy and the contract. All of this experience, whatever it is, however big, however small, it's setting you up to be in the place that you need to be in, your headspace, your spiritual growth. It's setting you up to be in that space within yourself for what's coming next. I feel like we're going to get a clue into December, but this is trickling into like the first half of next year. There's something that's coming, and all of this you needed to experience in order to put you in the right space and have the right timing for whatever is coming. So with that said, let's get into December. The universe is always conspiring to support me, guide me, and lead me compassionately towards the highest good. And again, I'm reminded of all of this ancestors, right? All of these ancestors, all of this spiritual energy that is constantly supporting you, okay? Let's find a tarot card that is going to support Pisces in the month of December. Well, that one flipped around. Okay, so Seven of Wands. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. The heart, Three of Swords energy, okay, the pain. I do feel like, even though I said someone could potentially be dying or there's a betrayal, like an affair, I feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like those are, I do not want to say insignificant, but that was the word that's coming to me. It's like they affect you, but it's not like your world comes crashing down, okay? I'm not getting this like upheaval or anything. And it makes so much sense with Seven of Wands, because you're really standing your ground now. You're really like, this process, this heartache really made you gain an understanding of your belief system in yourself, in the world, as in the material world, but also the spiritual world, right? And how that works. Yes, okay. I want to get some rose cards. What rose cards will support Pisces in December? Okay, we need one more, please. There we go. Okay. So the first card that came out is so beautiful. It's called Come to Me. Attracting like a rose. Receive abundance desires. Look how beautiful that is with the hummingbirds coming together. And then the bee up there right above her head. I do feel like, you know, the whole theme of it is the universe is always conspiring to support me. I feel like you have this kind of, I've said this before, a perception shift, right, about everything. And because of that shift, your desires are becoming more clear to you because you've done so much inner work, right? You're like finding your your uniqueness. You're living with more intention. You're practicing these spiritual habits that help you remain in the flow. You're seeing yourself without the ego attached all the time. You're taking a bold step forward, believing in the universe. You're feeling all the things you need to feel and repairing. And now it's this beautiful energy that's just attracting what you desire because it's made more clear to you. Your desires are there's more clarity to them. They're more tangible. And so they're going to be coming to you. There's also this anointed, which is answer the call, leadership, empowerment, soul gifts. I feel like this is 100% supportive of everything that I just said, that, you have this now, it's not even a belief in spirit and higher self. It is like an understanding of it. You're understanding how all of that works. So you're able to move forward in a way that is so energetically attracting that things are coming to you with a lot more ease. And again, I just was brought back to this bird and the Three of Swords. You have to go through this. Again, we know that it's karmic, but it's what leads you to this clarity and this understanding and being able to stand with integrity and communicate with integrity, the things that you want in life and just all of that good stuff. Okay, let's grab some shaman cards here. What is Pisces? Well, there are your three. Yes, okay. I love this for you. Okay, so the first one that came out was Moon Maiden, which is all about new beginnings. Remember I talked about something trickling in for the next 6 months? It's a new beginning. There's something that's sparked. It's a new tree, right? This new idea, because of everything you've gone through for the last 4 months, it sparks something new inside of you, a new project. It's definitely like a new idea, a new project, something like that, which is super exciting. We also have teachable, and you also had the leadership card with the anointed. So I'm wondering if for some of you, it's like coaching or healing, but you're offering a service to the world. And it's because you've been teachable. I do think that it's good for you to be still in that mindset of learning and being teachable because you do have a lot coming in the next 6 months. Okay. Also staying true to your spiritual habits. We've got stars in the sky. This is like infinite possibilities. I love this card when it comes up because it literally looks like that being is taking the energy from the sky, right? And that's what we do oftentimes. We meditate and envision the roots growing into the earth and then a light coming up and going towards the heaven, as above, so below. And I feel like that is where you're going to be sitting. Ooh, and a lot of you need to be doing this to be pulling that energy of inspiration and creativity for whatever this new moon is. Okay. Oh my gosh, Pisces. I know there was that little scare in November, but it's nothing you can't handle. This all feels really good. And I feel like, oh my gosh, the first half of 2024 is going to be very exciting for you. Okay. Oh, Pisces, I love you so much. Please check out the 4-month videos for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. That way you get a clear picture of what messages are coming through for you. I feel like when you find common themes with each video, those are the things to really be paying attention to. Please like and subscribe. Hit the bell if you want to be notified when I've uploaded new videos. And I will see you next time. I love you, Pisces.